This is a quick review of the Sigma. This is a 17 to 50 millimeter lens, so it is a zoom lens, and it has a aperture value of f2.8 that is consistent all the way from 17 to 50, and it will go as high as f22. Now, for those of you that are not familiar with aperture values, the lower the number, the more light the lens will let in. So this is a great low-level light lens. And a lot of lenses, typically that aperture value as you get wider actually shuts down. It won't let in as much light. So to be able to have it consistent all the way through is really nice to have on this lens. The lens itself, you've got 3 buttons that you can play with if you want to. You've got this lock feature, which is going to lock it for travel so that you're not able to zoom in or out. And then there's also a focus on off, or for manual focus. And then lastly, there is the OS button on off, and this is their optical stabilization. So this is in the lens itself, has stabilization. This specific lens I use on my Canon gear, and it's an EF mount. And this comes in, gosh, I gotta look. This comes in at 1.25 pounds. So this is a chunky unit, but look at all of this glass. I mean, it's a really good lens. This is my primary lens that I use daily for a show that I produce. And I just love it. It gives me the versatility of going from a very wide angle of 17, and then if I need to kind of zoom down to that 50 mil, which is kind of a standard for a lot of production companies, I have that flexibility. And to be able to bring in all that light just means everything's going to be sharper, crisper, without the grain. So let me throw this lens on the camera so you can actually see what it looks like, both zoomed out at 17 and then zoomed in at 50. Just to give you an idea of low light capabilities, I've got this little LED light and it is set at 8% right now. The camera itself is set at an aperture of 2.8, ISO 800, and the shutter speed is 60. And so this handles low light very well, but let's show you once I go back. Let me show you what it is at 17. So here we go. This is what it looks like at the full wide angle view of 17 millimeter. You can see I have quite a bit of room now that I can work with. And then if I want to zoom in, all we got to do is just run up. And zoom in. And so this is still at f2.8, a ISO value of 800 and a shutter speed of 60. I think it's a great looking lens.